So I'll tell you a little bit about the second flower, the much sweeter smelling Urbexillum stipulatum, or Falls of the Ohio scurf pea. And this is it. It's very pretty and soft and delicate. And it grew in Kentucky. And this is the place today. Well, actually, it's not in this picture because it's gone. So this is where I think it grew. And it was an island called Rock Island. And we've been looking at older maps of the area. And the flower was last seen in 1881. And it only grew. It was only found on this little island, this little limestone rocky outcrop in the river. And in the 1920s, a massive dam was built and flooded the island out of existence. This is from the 1930s or 40s, this image, and you see a complete change of the local environment. And this is what it looked like before. This is a kind of an engraving from the, I think, early 19th century, and Rock Island is shown in here. And this flower, we were lucky because it was actually a picture. So this is what it looked like. So a bit easier to build. And this is the animation. So this is what it feels like in the exhibition. I was really happy this morning to see loads of children playing in this space and using it, because this is what this whole project is about. We're trying to create a feeling of loss. We're using biotechnology to do something very different to what you've already seen this afternoon, which is about construction. Instead, we're looking at destruction. We're using it to evoke feelings of sadness, but there's also a sense that we can change, we can be different. So as an artist, I'm particularly interested in how we can create these experiences with technologies to actually get us thinking about the impact of colonization on other species, on the impact on nature. And there's something really crucial for me about this project as well. I often use humor in a very subtle way in my work. And this was something that I'm so pleased with the support of the Cité du Design and Lisa, especially, and her team. We have been able to recreate the Natural History Museum in the exhibition. So it's a bit blurry, but this is a view of the Harvard University Natural History Museum, which if you've never been, I would highly recommend. It's a really old, beautiful museum. And classic Natural History Museum, you see the animals in the cases, and they're trapped in time. They've stopped. And that's something that I think has come up in the talks already, is how biology has this, is autonomous. It's doing its own thing. It's not even trying, it's happening. And there's an incredible sense of generation and ambivalence as well. Does the flower care that it's dead? Probably not. But we care, or some of us care. Humans care, and it's the human that makes the connection between nature, between the lost landscape and the lost flower. And that's also really important, is that the flower can't be brought back without the landscape, without the ecosystem it was part of. It's much more complex than that. So in this work, we're trying to put the human back to center stage in a way. The human is the subject. The human in the vitrine, smelling the lost flowers, is really the focus of this work. How do we behave differently? So I invite you to go and smell these 2 lost flowers later. And because this has been such a huge effort, I just want to thank a lot of people, but especially the Cité team and, of course, the flowers.